So we know that the first verse of a song tells the story, often explains a situation. That is a good example of the chorus message, which tells what we learned or the culmination of the thoughts and feelings that make that song find its purpose. But what do we do with the rest of the song? How do we write the next verse, the verse that comes after the first chorus? A lot of times, that verse doesn't have as much showing language, sensory language, as the first verse did. Just like in a conversation, you don't have to remind your partner who you're talking to, by the way, I'm still talking about that time when you don't need to, because they know, they're there with you. So in a song, that next verse tends to be where we describe in more detail the concept, why the big message is true. And so sometimes that verse, the verse after the first chorus, can get a little washy or lightweight, a little flyaway. And so to give it weight, again, we can go back to our tool of using a little bit of showing language in the first line or first two lines, just to nail those stakes in the ground and keep it grounded. So knowing that the first two lines can set an example, we could choose an object or an image that seems related or in the same color scheme of what we've been talking about. So if my first verse is sort of a city scene, my next verse after the first chorus might hone in on red brick apartment or a corner coffee stand. I might choose a location or an image that is consistent with the character of the rest of the song, and then use that as a leaping off point to tell more about the concept of the song. To be honest, sometimes I don't quite know how that second verse is going to culminate. I use the image to help draw up ideas about how is that image a space in which this concept could become more true, more purposeful, and gain more meaning.